Welcome everyone back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Naruto Shippuden, Season 4, Episode 7, aka Episode 78. What happened last time?
Last time, there was a really epic fight that got started. Asuma, super cool, dodging a lot of attacks. He has offered himself up kind of as a sacrifice, but like hoping that he's not actually gonna get sacrificed. Basically.
Gonna see what happens this episode.
Yeah.
I haven't asked you in a while. Any predictions for like how this is going to go? What are you thinking about?
I don't know. Like,
what do you think is gonna happen?
I don't know. I mean, one of the people literally can't die, so that puts killing him off. But also, Kakuzu hasn't started yet. Hasn't done anything yet. And we still haven't really seen much of what he does. We know he can like make his fist seemingly a different material and punch through stuff, but we haven't seen him fully in action yet. So if he chooses to jump into this fight, that could really shake it up. Because as it stands right now, potentially, I think Asuma also just did Burning Ash jutsu. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how that will affect him, or if it won't affect him, or what, but he's trying some different things, and obviously he's very talented and very skilled in many different jutsus and like styles of fighting, which makes him a really good opponent. But I'm just scared because the enemy can't die. So yeah, I don't want Asuma to die. I really don't want Shikamaru to die. I don't want either of those other two to die. But I don't know, and I guess who knows if, it doesn't seem like anyone's coming to intervene because we had like 10 minutes of them all setting up in their own locations and getting ready to just stay there for the foreseeable future. So it seems like they're on their own. And that's really scary, because these members of the Akatsuki are definitely really scary, and the characters we're dealing with aren't main characters. So, and they've really been like hyping up Asuma's like relationship with they're like, oh, he's like he like had this past where he didn't get along with his dad, and then he like found the true meaning, and now he's like giving up smoking, he's making some risky moves, he's planning to propose, he's
that was not confirmed.
Not confirmed, but I have my suspicions about that. But anyway, it seems like he's maybe potentially getting ready to settle down or like have a new phase in his life, which makes him the perfect character to kill off, because it would be a really sad death. But yeah.
So you think he's gonna die?
I don't know, but I feel like they've been hyping him up like, oh, we don't have to worry if it's Asuma because he's so good.
they did literally say
whenever
that.
a character says that, I'm like, well, they're probably gonna get killed or something. Because if someone's really strong and they're so strong that they're gonna beat their opponent, you don't need to tell me that first, because I'll see it.
Yeah, it kind of feels like Gojo, like how I said that kind of about Gojo and Jujutsu Kaisen, which obviously we're just watching the show, so we don't know if he dies. But they kind of did a similar thing where they're just like, I'm Gojo, I'm the strongest in the entire fucking universe. Watch me, like, anyway, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I always get worried when other characters start talking about a character that's in a dangerous situation, really hyping them up, because I'm about to see the hype. And if you're trying to lull me into a false sense of comfort, it's not working. In fact, you're doing the opposite. So.
Well, we'll see what happens this episode of Naruto Shippuden. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy our Naruto Shippuden videos, hope you leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It really, really helps us out and lets us know that you enjoy it. So do that. If you can't wait for the next episode to come here on YouTube, you can check out patreon.com/boldcast. The link to that is in the description, where you can get a week early on Naruto Shippuden, which means 5 episodes and uncuts as well. And yeah. Hope you check that out. Links in the description. And support the official release. Come here to hear what we have to say, not just to rewatch the show. We're providing our reaction or review, that's our content. We're not providing a free way for you to watch the show. So, support the official release, manga, Netflix, Crunchyroll, etc. Let's go.
Carson has seen Naruto before.
I have
and
indeed
I have
seen Naruto.
not.
If you couldn't tell by the title of this video, then it kind of implies that one of us is reacting and then the other one has already seen it. So, if that wasn't enough for you, also, we're not siblings, just in case you also didn't read the title. I don't know what to tell you. This is episode 78, and people are still asking if we're siblings. Plus the like. This is the first time we've mentioned it, by the way, in the entire series of Naruto. But
it's just getting a bit old at this point.
Yeah, I just don't know. I'm actually worried about you guys. If you really can, like, can you read? If you can't read, how did you find this video? Anyway, let's go. I think the animation is kicked up this episode. Could be wrong.
I thought the animation was pretty good last episode.
It was pretty good, but like I think this might be one of those times where they like kick it up. Oh my god. And thus it was the longest explosion ever recorded.
I wonder like what kind of damage it will do to him.
Oh yeah, we saw his hand. His hand went like all black and white. Did you you remember?
Hurts, doesn't it? Judgment has been passed.
What?
What the hell's going on? My arm got burned too.
Did he just like make it so that whatever things get inflicted on him, it goes back?
And the ritual shall now begin. Well then, let's experience the ultimate pain together, shall we?
Is he just gonna kill himself because he can't die, and it will kill Asuma?
Are you hearing this music right now?
I have already cursed you, and the ritual shall now begin. All the preparations have been completed.
Holy shit, it's way longer now. Oh my god.
But it doesn't matter because he's fucked. It's just gonna stab it. Yeah. And he's such an asshole because he's not just like getting it over with.
And I didn't even hit a vital spot.
He's so fucking
That kind of pain is the best.
creepy, dude.
The other person's agony at the final moment of death seeps into my body. The pain is transcended and becomes the purest ecstasy.
So then he must feel like what he's feeling as
Yeah,
well.
they're feeling the same thing, but he really likes it, so.
His injury, it's the same as the
I wonder how he was able to like do that. Like put that onto him and just him, not everyone else.
I have already cursed you.
Did he just need to touch him with his thing? Because he got him in the face.
That's it. Somehow this guy has linked his body to mine.
Oh, he ate his blood.
So that any
That's what it was.
suffer by
He
well.
scratched him and then licked it off the tip of that thing.
Ah.
Stop
You
laughing!
want to feel pain next, you maybe? Or further down? How about your legs? Or should we just end it already? Well? Shikamaru, no physical attacks like shadow stitching. Use shadow strangle jutsu to hold him. And hurry! Already on it. On. Please. Now die! I don't think so!
I'm literally holding my breath.
Like, just get him.
Could job, Shikamaru. You think you can stop me?
How long has it been since we called in for that backup?
10 minutes or so. At least another 20 before they get here.
It's way too long.
Every jutsu has its limitations. There's always a loophole. We just have to calm down and analyze him.
Shikamaru saved me. I've got to think of a way to break this jutsu.
I wonder what happened if he ate some of his blood.
Shadow Strangle doesn't last too long. Only have a little time to think. If this is going to drag on, I can help.
Fuck.
I told you to stay out of it, didn't I? Now butt out!
This is exactly the kind of impossible situation you've been preparing for. Able to remotely detonate clay explosives. Supposedly blew himself up, but I have my doubts.
Thank God someone does.
We know nothing about. Boy, what a pack of wolves. Trying to come up with a strategy in advance would be impossible. Heck, our preconceptions would probably just get us into trouble.
Well, at least he's smart enough to know that.
So what's the solution? Obviously, you've got to train, get stronger. But how do you handle an unbeatable foe? Discern what you can and make a call, I guess. Their ninjutsu, taijutsu, and genjutsu can tell you a lot about them. Then get a feel for how they work with their partner and their place in the organization as a whole. We'll have to make snap decisions based on what we can glean in the moment.
The Akatsuki, huh?
Asuma.
So, you trying to carve out a strategy for him?
I was, but in the end, I think it's impossible.
Don't be so sure.
Assuming we can get any information. And I'm not sure it would help with these guys anyway. They could squash me like a bug if they really wanted to.
You're probably right about that.
They certainly don't do anything halfway, do they?
Yeah, but that's only if you're fighting the Akatsuki one-on-one, though. Your analytical skills are some of the best that the Leaf Village has to offer. And if there's no time for deductive reasoning, your comrades will be there. Looking out for your team is crucial. But if you can't in turn rely on them, you aren't fulfilling your responsibility to the team. No man's an island. And with your comrades next to you, it'll all work out in the end somehow.
Crossing my fingers isn't gonna cut it.
Figure something else out then, before your friends all get killed.
Asuma gave you tons of advice. Now think. You've got to think. His words, personality, speech patterns, his clothes, weapons, behavior, the meaning behind all of his actions.
Oh my god, this is so
How
cool.
Every move he makes relates to the next. A hypothetical framework of the jutsu, its probability and selection.
The gods shall punish. All the preparations have been completed.
Preparations.
Trust that Shikamaru has analyzed him already.
You come up with something, Shikamaru?
Think so.
I can't believe he was able to do it.
All right then. Here goes, Asuma.
Can break the little thing on the ground.
The transmutation circle.
That shadow jutsu.
Gotta show your hand a little bit
Yeah.
to make some headway. Doesn't matter if they know.
We're just gonna get him out of there.
He's caught onto my jutsu.
Bet one of them doesn't have a water jutsu. They could wash it away.
That giant scythe of his. It's got 3 blades. By the shape of it, I'd say it wasn't meant for mortal blows, but extending the wielder's range, allowing him to reach his opponents. and cause
You were 100%
Yeah.
right.
great or small. If he can inflict even a single shallow abrasion, his jutsu will lead to the opponent's certain death.
That's his curse then, huh? But how in the
It's really
world does he connect
powerful.
back to the initial wound inflicted?
Blood. In order to
He
link
figured it
himself
out.
to his intended victim, he has to take his opponent's blood into his own body.
So that's it.
When he licked the blood, his body changed color. So it was pretty easy to figure that part out. But that's not all there is to it. There's one more crucial step that needs to be completed.
What an impressive...
That guy totally ignored the fire style jutsu Asuma threw at him earlier. He didn't even bother to avoid it. Just
He
went
ran
straight
into
for
there.
that market, then barked about the preparations being done.
Just completely showed his
My
entire
guess
hand.
is the curse jutsu can only be completed while he's inside the diagram.
Yeah, because once he was in there, he didn't care.
You little brat.
It's not my fault. You run your mouth too much.
He's brilliant.
Enough talk then. I'm gonna tear you apart now and then kill you later. You hear me?
There won't be a later. He's out.
All right. Let's see if that did the trick.
What if it wasn't?
Could you imagine?
Oh shit! Shadow stitching! Fucking badass.
I think someone should destroy that marking on the ground.
Just quick, Asuma, just
Yeah,
like,
just anything. Because he's so close still.
Much longer.
Nicely done.
But Asuma's handicapped.
Yeah, well, there's still 2 other guys.
They need to defend fucking Shikamaru.
I know, but they could, like, throw something to mess up the thing on the ground.
Kakazu, help me out here.
No, you said that you wanted to do it by yourself.
You idiot! Do something already!
I told you to be careful, didn't I?
Remember how you were saying that room could use a little color?
I didn't mean to make a big deal about it.
Nino suggested these. She said they were poppy seeds.
Oh, so she's growing.
That's really thoughtful of you. I'd end up killing them, though.
Oh, well, she said they didn't require much in the way of care.
Still.
Well, plant them if you feel like it.
Just so awkward.
Okay. Well, it looks like I'll be doing some gardening. If I feel like it. What a waste to leave them. Let's see. Poppies, poppies. Well, what do you know? Poppies mean solace and comfort.
Alrighty, what did you think of that episode?
Epic big brain Shikamaru out here.
I love that shit. You just see his mind palace and like everything, he breaks it down. Yeah. So
It's
dope.
so cool. And they're still doing the thing that they were doing earlier of actually giving you everything that you need to know before the fight so that you either figure it out at the last second or like get revealed, but you're not like, okay, you just made that up.
Yeah.
Like, but they show you licking the blood, and I was actually gonna comment on it the first time I saw it, but then I just didn't.
It just happened so fast.
Well, because I was gonna be like, what the because they're doing again, like I already talked about with this guy, of the classic villain, like, leave them to me thing, and then like also the classic villain eats the blood for no reason just because they're creepy kind of thing. Keeping on trend with that, but it turned out that
has a purpose.
Because that's like some shit that Orochimaru would do just because, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
But this had a purpose. And the little drawing on the ground, and it just all made sense. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
really well set up. This is like it's showing the strength of Kishimoto's writing, similar how the sorcery fight went. Like each level is just getting more and more. The more understanding, the more complex it gets, but also the higher the stakes become. And the entire episode, like almost nothing happened.
Yeah.
But like it was so substantial because what happened wouldn't have been able to take place without Shikamaru taking the time, or the internal time, it was anime time because it was just in his head, to figure out what was going on, to break it all down, and then come up with a solution. And I just love that scene, the flashback, because Asuma's clearly just like an aloof dude who's just like, okay, we'll do this, but I can't do that. Oh well, fuck it then, I guess. Like, and then just walks away.
Asuma's so funny, and like at the end with like Kurenai as well, he's just like, here's some seeds, plant them if you want, leaves.
Yeah.
Like he comes, he's like, I don't even know, how old is he, like 30?
He's about the same age as Kakashi, so slightly younger than 30.
Yeah.
He looks older because he has got the beard and everything. But...
So he just like comes in to like this girl that he's like obviously super familiar with and has like known all his life, and he's just like, so you know, you were talking about some color, yeah, well, bye-bye, here you go. Bye, yep.
well, Ino said to give you, yeah, I just love that because it's the exact same tone that happens with Shikamaru, where it's just like, well, you gotta rely on your teammates, I guess. And then Shikamaru's like, that's bullshit advice, like, what, I'm just supposed to hope? Just supposed to sit there and hope that's my plan? And he's like, fine, yeah, let him die, I guess.
Want. Like, yeah. I don't know. That's
funny.
just funny to see that kind of his personality.
Yeah.
Because he looks like he'd be super confident and cool.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of like awkward.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah. The shadow stitching, really creepy. It's really, yeah, a really useful jutsu, but really scary.
Yeah. To
anyone other than this guy who can't die, that could be a fatal move in of itself.
Yeah. Because we saw, like, when we saw his dad, that was the first time we saw the shadow strangling jutsu.
And he used it to actually kill someone.
Yeah. And then we saw, I think, Shikamaru tried to use it on Sai. Sai got away. But now we see shadow stitching, this new type of thing, which I think is new. Is it new?
I don't think that we've heard of it before.
I think it's new.
Because before he was just able to hold them and stuff.
Yeah.
And the strangulation is different from that.
Yeah.
And then the stitching is obviously different because it's a bunch of like it pins them down like a net through their body. Mm-hmm. It's cool. It's really, I don't know, it's a really cool thing, and I know it's probably been done before in other things, but it is always a really cool thing when there's like the person who you're attacking, you can't hurt them because they're like tied to someone that you don't want to hurt.
Yeah.
In that like weird magical kind of way. I don't know, that's kind of an interesting... That's an interesting thing, and it makes so much sense as to why he was stabbing himself.
We saw it twice before.
We saw it twice, but because he always, like, because he goes on about the ritual and this and that so much, I always thought it was, like, he killed someone and then he, like, fake killed himself afterwards in like, not necessarily out of respect for the kill, but, like, out of respect for his gods or whatever.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was more of a ceremonial thing rather than actually what he used.
Again, like the kind of thing we praised with the Sakura Chio fight, Sakura Chio sorcery fight, is like giving you the, like you said before, giving you the pieces but like not telegraphing the answer too much.
Yeah.
To where it's like totally obvious. Like it kind of is totally obvious. But you actually have to like notice the things, be paying attention to figure it out, and you only have enough time to figure it out. That's when Naruto's working good. You have enough time to figure it out, but just enough before like it's revealed.
Just enough, or like at the exact same moment, which is good. Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say before we get going?
Well, and then at the end there, it looks like someone's in a lot of pain.
Who? Hidan?
Yeah, Hidan. Looks like he's, I don't know, his headband flew off and his necklace flew off.
Which were both around his neck.
Yeah, so he may no longer have a head, and I have wondered if that's what will kill him, or it will just, like, set him back a little bit and he'll have to, like, reattach his head or something. I don't know how deep this... can't be killed thing goes, because if that's all it took to kill, I don't think that he's actually dead, because if that's all it took to kill him, then he wouldn't have made that much of an ideal partner, because Kakuzu's whole thing was they were partners because he can't be killed, and Kakuzu immediately knew how to kill him. Presumably, like, if just beheading him was enough, then he probably would have already done it at this point by the sounds of it. So, yeah, the fight is definitely not over, because Kakuzu, more than Hidan, is interested in the money on Asuma's head. So he's not gonna let him get away, and Hidan was just fucking around too much.
Yeah.
And revealing his entire plan, classic villain style, because he thought, oh, well, the fight's over now. There's no way I can lose.
Turns out somebody
Was
has
not
a
the
juicy that
case.
can completely ruin yours, so there you go.
But we still don't know what Kakuzu's whole deal is, so I'm sure that might be revealed next episode.
Which we're going to watch right now. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction and review to this episode of Naruto. Please leave a like if you enjoy our Naruto stuff. And subscribe if you aren't already. Really helps us out. And check us out on Patreon if you just can't wait for the next episode to come out on YouTube. Patreon.com/Worldcast, link in the description. I'm Carson,
I'm Lindsay.
and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.